Live from ADV Studios, it's the Nightly News. Hosted by your trusty lead anchors, Claire and Jagger, with field reporting by Roman and the twins, Olivia and Addison. And as always, traffic updates with Wandy and weather with Sophia.
Good evening and welcome to ADV TV. I'm Claire.
And I'm Jagger.
Tonight's top story is the 23rd annual Advocates for Children CASA Red Wagon Ball.
Hundreds of Colorado's most generous and giving have come together to celebrate Advocates for Children CASA.
And don't forget, we're also recognizing all the amazing volunteers that make it all happen.
How could I? But before we cover the event, we're going to learn a little more about what CASA does.
Let's go to Roman, live at the Advocates for Children CASA office. Roman, can you fill us in on what CASA does?
Well, that depends, Claire. How much time do you have? To sum it all up, CASA helps kids when they are hurt or neglected or if their family just can't take care of them.
That sounds like some really important work, but does that one office work for all the children in the whole wide world?
No, Jagger. In fact, this office, Advocates for Children, is one of almost 1,000 organizations nationwide, and it's been around for 30 years.
Wow, that's older than my mom.
Way older. As a matter of fact, Advocates for Children was founded in 1985. Well, Claire, I'm all out of facts. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Roman. We'll learn more about Advocates for Children in just a moment, but first, let's check in with Sophia on the weather.
Sophia, how's it looking?
Good! All right then, seems like she's really working hard.
Speaking of working hard, this time let's go back to the field with Addison and Olivia. Olivia, Addison, what could you tell us about who Advocates for Children CASA helps?
Well, Jagger, Advocates for Children advocate for children in Arapahoe, Douglas, Lincoln, and Elbert counties. That's right, Olivia, and all of those areas are equal to the size of Connecticut.
Whoa! So what is that big map behind you? Does it show all the kids in need of a CASA volunteer?
You're on the right track, Claire. In fact, we've got Carly, a case coordinator, here to explain further. Carly, what does this map represent?
So the white labels represent the cases and the kids in need, and then the blue labels represent our CASA volunteers.
I see some strings on the board. What do those mean?
The strings represent all of the sibling groups that have been separated.
So you're saying if there were a situation where me and Addison couldn't be with our parents anymore, we could also be separated into different group homes?
That's right, Olivia. Unfortunately, it's not uncommon for siblings to be separated into different homes.
That must be horrible. I'm sure you'd like to see every one of those kids get a CASA volunteer.
We sure would, Addison.
What can people do to help make that happen?
Well, there are lots of ways that people can help. They can become a CASA volunteer, they can help us get the word out, and of course, they can donate directly.
Thank you for that great information, Addison.
That was Olivia.
Are you sure?
Now let's catch up with Wandy live on the field with updates on traffic.
How's it looking out there, Wandy?
Traffic's moving very, 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 very fast.
Good to know.
And now for the main event. We've got...
This just in. It sounds like the twins were able to gain access to an actual CASA volunteer training. Addison, Olivia, are you there?
We sure are, Claire. Actually, Addison, that's Jagger. You sure? Behind us, you can see a CASA volunteer training session. Before becoming a CASA volunteer, you have to go through 30 hours of training before being sworn in by a real-life judge.
30 hours, that's a lot of learning.
Well, Jagger, it sounds like there's a lot of important things to learn to be able to help those kids.
Yes, and there are only 5 training sessions in a whole year, so it is a rare opportunity to see all of these volunteers in one room together. It's so neat to see who's joining out of the 300 volunteers at Advocates for Children. Actually, Addison, that's how many they have now. They need another 300 more volunteers, which means they need $360,000 more dollars.
$360,000? That's more than I have in my piggy bank.
Yeah, that's right. It takes a whole bunch to help all the kids in need. Great job, guys. Keep up the good work. And don't forget to do your homework.
Wow, it really does take a lot of work to be a CASA volunteer.
Phew. After hearing all of that, I might need a nap.
There's no time for naps now, Jagger. We've got to get to the Red Wagon Ball.
Oh yeah, and to cover a super fun event, we're going live to Erica Cobb.
Erica, take it away.